everybody. A warm welcome to Wisdom from North, the Nordic platform for accelerated inner growth and empowerment. I'm Jannike, and today I'm super excited to be here with Rebecca Boatman again. Rebecca is the go-to love coach, and she has coached thousands of women within the area of emotional intelligence. And she's also the CEO of the Brave Lady, where she specializes in helping women inspire a fulfilling love life by giving them the tools on how they can create a beautiful, fulfilling relationship that they're truly in love with. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome. How are you?
I'm great. I'm just so happy to be here with you and to serve and give and see what opens up here. So I'm awesome. Thank you.
And we talked half a year ago, and we had a webinar, and I had so many beautiful comments and so great feedback from it, how you really supported these ladies, because your work is all about helping single ladies attract a beautiful relationship with an evolved man. And I really love that. And I find when we do this work, we're really growing in so many areas as well. It's not just within love, it's actually we're changing something within your work. And now I know that you have an exciting project going on, like a challenge that inviting women to join, and it's totally free. And I'm going to put the link right here below, so everybody who feels like this is for you, you have to join. Then the link is right below. It's just one click, and then you find it. And I would love for you to share a little bit about this challenge and why you created it, because I know it has to do with learning sort of how to flirt, change our body language, and something that you really find important to create awareness of. So tell us about what can we experience in this challenge?
Wow, absolutely. So I get so many questions around dating, around love, and a lot of single women who want to meet a great man. And what I found is that when we go out into the world and we actually make small shifts, these small shifts make a huge difference. And when I say small shifts, I'm talking about being consciously open and available and letting men know that you're open and available. And just those small shifts, those small tools, which is what I'm going to be teaching everyone during the challenge, can make a huge difference in someone's love life. So I hear from so many good-hearted, sweet women who are single that they desire to be with a loving, conscious partner where they feel so at home. And one of the most important steps to that is allowing yourself to truly be open and available, and allowing the man to approach you. So that's what I'm going to be teaching the women, and then also supporting you guys in applying the tools. That's why I love challenges, because I'm like, okay, we can talk about this all day long, but the results happen when you apply the work. So you're going to learn a tool each day and then apply it, and it's free. It's going to be fun. I'll do lives. I'll be there to answer questions. It'll be a really interactive experience with a great group of women.
It sounds amazing. How long is it lasting, this challenge?
Yeah, 4 days.
4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, we're going to go out there and just flirt.
Each day, actually. So each day I'm going to reveal a tool for you, and then you apply it that day. So each day is a challenge that you're going to get. And it's so fascinating because you can actually complete each daily challenge within, 20 minutes. That will make a huge difference in your love life. But because of sometimes the limiting beliefs and the fears and the things, we put these things off and we don't do them, right? So I'm like, what better way to support women in their love life than to challenge them into doing these things right away so that they start to see the results and have the shifts.
I love that, because it's something about the accountability and also the community, and having you there, like holding our ears and being like, do the work, and then having that support from hundreds of women who are doing the same. And I know you believe in energy, so creating that momentum makes it easier to do it.
100%. And right now we have 740 women signed up. Yeah. So it'll be a full group of amazing women.
So if you're single and if you are just ready to learn how to really flirt and much more, because I know that Rebecca is always just giving so much value, then sign up right away. It's totally free. What do you got to lose? And what I'm feeling here is that we need to be courageous.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about how important it is to use our courage to step into, our courage when it comes to being single? Because sometimes I believe that we fall into this comfortable place where we sort of have reasons or give ourselves reasons in our minds why we shouldn't take certain actions. Like, well, he will just show up, like when I at least expect it, it will come. So let me just relax.
Let me not change and be comfortable, right? It's like the human program. So I love that you want to talk about courage. And I always like reminding people and myself that, it's easy to it's easy, right, with air quotes, to be comfortable and to want to stay, you can call it the single wall, right, behind the single wall, or to not put ourselves out there because it's the known, right? And we desire, a lot of times we desire the known, we desire what's predictable, because there's certainty in it. And now when I tell women, okay, let's put yourself out there, all these fears present themselves that were already there. They present themselves and they're like, but it's like, hang on, these things were already there, and now we're being faced with them because we're moving through them. So one of my favorite pieces when it comes to courage is do it to clear the fear. Don't wait for the fear to clear to then do it. And know that courage, we only need to access it when fear is present. So every time that discomfort comes up, like, okay, I get to access this, I get to access courage, I get to access bravery. And the beautiful thing is that it lives inside everyone. Like everyone listening to this, it's there. It's just a matter of choice. Like I have the willpower and I have the choice to choose to access it, to choose to ignite it. And that may look like smiling at a guy, that may look like winking at him, that may look like going up and saying, hey, I would love for a guy like you to take me out. When we do that, we are inviting in the unknown. We are inviting in the unexpected. We have let go of control, right? So because when we have a blind, when we're like this and we're just focused and we're unavailable, we're in control, right? We're not inviting in the unexpected. So in inviting in the unexpected, it takes courage to trust ourselves, to be authentic, right? To from a moment to moment basis.
Beautiful. I love how you put that. And also, I've been writing down here some of my notes because I looked at the challenge, and on the page said something about that we, the women, are the ones actually taking the initiative, or something on the lines of that, and not the guy. And that surprised me. Is that real?
Yeah. It is real. So and there's a whole study done on this. And what's happening, and this is why you have Betty Sue, we'll just make up names here. You have Betty Sue and you have Peggy Sue, okay? Let's say Peggy Sue, let's say they look the exact same. Let's actually say they're twins. This is perfect. Peggy Sue never gets asked out, right? And you have Betty Sue, who always gets asked out. The difference is that Betty Sue, I love these names, she is sending out subconscious signals saying that she is approachable and available and on the market, versus Peggy Sue is not. Now, here's the thing, that the man will walk up and approach the woman, right? And say, I would love to get to know you, or he'll start talking to her. He will do that, but only after she has then sent the subconscious cue that she is open and available. So that's why the woman actually makes the first move, and that's what we're going to be teaching in the challenge, are those signals to then support the woman to go out and apply them. And then once you start applying them, you're like, ooh, this is fun. It's like you're activating a new part of yourself that's always been there and just wants to play. That's what makes it really neat as well.
Exciting. Let's talk about some flags.
Yeah.
Pretty big on Instagram, and you make some videos, and sometimes I watch some of them, and in one of them you talked about the red flags. Can you share a little bit about what we should be aware of?
Yeah, absolutely. So one big one is dating for potential. I see this happen with women where they'll go on a date and they'll be like, oh, or they'll go on a few dates and they'll think, if only he was this way, if only he was like this. And so what's happening is they're anticipating that he'll change. And I always share, if a man were to never change and he were to be just like this, could you be with him forever? Right? Could you be with that version forever? So that's a red flag when we start thinking that, if only he would change. And then another one would be if they're, not attentive, not present, they're unavailable, they're checked out, they're someone else, they're somewhere else. That's definitely a red flag, especially as you're desiring and wanting a relationship where you feel intimate and connected. It's important that you're emotionally available, open, and ready for that, and that you recognize that early on. So those are two important ones.
Now, you are in a loving relationship yourself.
Yeah.
And I would love to hear a bit about how you managed to attract your guy. And did you learn about these things after you sort of attracted him into your life? Or did you apply them and then you met him?
Yeah. I just say I made every red flag move. I just say I learned the hard way. That's why I teach this work, or I want to support women in this, is because I did, I liked the unavailable man, and I liked, I would fall for the red flags, right? And all of those things that I fell into, or I chose, until I learned these tools that I now get to teach women. So, how we met is we were actually really good friends at first. We were really good friends. I actually worked for him 5 years ago now. And it was when it was a startup company, there was only 8 people. So you get to know people very well. And we became like best friends. And then I left to start coaching because I fell in love with the work, and we maintained our friendship and stayed good friends. And then he became good friends with my dad, and because they're so eerily similar, they became good friends. And then he opened up and expressed his love for me, actually close to on my dad's birthday. And then we started dating later on, and now we're coming up on 3 years, and he's my best friend and my lover. And what's interesting, what I always tell people is, when we were friends, we weren't available for the type of relationship that we have now, right? As in, we were choosing, I can speak for myself, I was choosing men that truly weren't sincerely a match with what I really wanted, because I hadn't done the work. There was a lot of healing for me to do. There's a lot of healing of the pain for me to do. And in doing that work, I then became available, and Drew had his own journey. And now we have an amazing, romantic partnership, but the foundation was also friendship, which is really neat, because we were I was dating people, he was dating, we would talk about it. We were friends. And then, so it's so funny. And then it took a turn, and now we're, I hope he's out there in a meeting. You might hear him yelling right now.
That's a beautiful story. I like, the friendship at the bottom, because that's so important. What would you say to those who feel like I've worked with myself for years and it seems like it's taking so long, and it seems like if only I work with this, then it will happen. It's in the future, that it seems like I have to shift totally to be able to attract really that man that I want.
Wow. Well, one thing I can just share, even in personal experience right now, is that there's still work I get to do, and there's still work that he gets to do. And that journey, I don't believe ends, right? And so when you have, I think just to answer that question, it's knowing that even in that process, that there's this, we get to have unconditional love for ourselves in all aspects of ourselves. And then we get to give that to our partner and have that container. And as long as there's that mutual commitment to always grow and to support one another, there's so much healing that can continue to happen. And so I think knowing that, setting the intention, I think it's number one, the choice of, okay, I believe that I'm ready, and I accept, and I radical acceptance of where I am right now in this moment. And I trust, and I'm choosing to be open to a partner who loves all of it, and vice versa. I want to give that to a man. I want to give that to someone. And I think that would be the first step for someone who feels like they've done so much work and they're like, where is he? I think it's that radical acceptance piece, and then the choice to be open with where you're at in this moment.
I really love that, because that's really a shift of perspective. Instead of, going into, I work so much with myself and I'm still not there. And then you're repeating that in your mind, that belief, I'm not there, and I have to get somewhere, instead of, I'm open to a relationship right now and I can continue working with myself.
Mm-hmm.
And radical acceptance of where you are right now. Only that, I think, can create a miracle.
Amen. Yes.
Amen. It's like we're in the middle of, a crisis, Corona, and we walk with these masks. Like I just went to the mall today, and I'm like thinking, how do you flirt with these masks?
Yeah, I know, right? So I totally understand that question. So, we also support women in doing virtual dating as well, and how to meet good people through virtual dating. And I know, like you say, how to flirt, and I know people, if you're wanting to maintain social distancing, right, you can wink. People can tell when you're smiling. It's like an energy, no matter what's, going on. If they can tell, wink, you could yell, hey, no, you just get a megaphone out. But in terms of how to, I'm going to give you those specific how-tos in the free challenge. But most importantly, it's also coming into this place of, what opens up for me when I'm willing to fully trust and believe that my man is here now seeking me. What opens up for me? What would I be thinking, feeling, being, and doing in that belief? Because it's the truth. It's the truth. It's a timeline. It's a paradigm that exists right in this very moment. When we can open ourselves up to that, it can happen in the most miraculous ways. And right now, we're actually having, in one of our programs, the women collect the most beautiful love stories that happened this last year, because there's so many love stories that I see happen, even with the masks, even with, everything. Like, for example, I had one of my friends, she met a man, got engaged, got married, and remodeled the house all last year. After getting out of a 5-year relationship that was super roller coastery, made some shifts, made a decision. I'm like, wow. So anyways, I think I share that because surrounding yourself and hearing stories like this is super powerful. And then in terms of the super tangible how-to, I'll support you with that in the challenge as well. But there's so many different ways to virtually meet someone.
I really love that. And I take that in, and I hope you guys do it as well, or you ladies, that the guy, the evolved man, the conscious, beautiful man is seeking you right now. That's so powerful. Let's anchor ourselves in that thought. I love it. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I'm excited about your challenge, and thank you so much for coming on today and for really doing this work and helping so many women with this. And I can't wait to be part of it.
Amazing. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching, everybody, and find the link right below. And thank you for watching, and much light from Norway and the US. Bye-bye.